Hey guys, welcome to your channel. This is Stacy's Revolution 1111. I'm just checking if I can adjust this a little bit. Okay, I think it's better. It's been long since I've taken videos, and I'm not in a. Okay, so I just wanted to kind of post some of videos. If you kind of seen, there are two videos earlier I've released. The series I named it as Truth Be Told. So I think it is one of the cards that I suddenly got because Archangel Michael and Gabriel used to say that like I used to get through these messages, right? Like I always expected like the truth, my ex would tell me the truth one day or not. Then they say that can you talk the truth to talk the truth. I was not sure whether I like that's why I posted previous videos, few of them and things like that. And so then I just felt like right now I'm at I'm right now in a place where I just wanted to kind of share the information. This is kind of, I mean, a very like it is not not I wouldn't say like I just want to bring a negativity into it because that is what that is happening. But I'm just saying that not so good place right at this moment. Hopefully, things will get better. So then I just wanted to say why am I like looking a little tired and things like that. Is like I'm just going through that much of problems right now, and then I'm just at the lowest points right now to kind of just don't know, and I just didn't even have any more interest in anything, and just like kind of I just thought, okay, that'll after going through so much, at least share what the truth is from my point of view. Again, I'm telling you, I'm not claiming this is the truth, but at least you people will get to know based on what I'm saying and things like you can verify later on how things are going to. Some things are going to be truth because of my because I've got some information through my intuition. Sometimes I've got through my through other channels like YouTube channels where they do tarot readings and explaining things, and then through different videos on YouTube, and I watch several different things. Okay, so through different ways. I kind of gathered and try to understand what went in my life versus what was there, what was really. I mean, like sometimes some things I was not able to understand and to register really couldn't register that these things are happening right now. I mean, it can happen and it happened and it's just like really in this world it is happening. Something like that. Okay, these kind of things I just couldn't believe. I don't know, but it all is there and it is more than what a movies could say, I think. So that is what I wanted to at least share this experience and at least help people out in whatever way means and forms, so that you are kind of aware of things when you approach people, when you know where you're going, what you're doing, things like that. And also to help people who need, and we're not looking at just accusing or saying this is what, but then also to see both the angles of it from their perspective, why those things happened. And I mean, there are so many things to look at, and I just don't want to make it one-sided. This happened, but I just want to tell my story first, and at the same time, just see how much I can try whatever I've analyzed from their side, why they are going this much to my level best. What is what? Okay, so I'm not going to say yes. Use the pointing. Yes, I've take my responsibility of being like many things in a relationship where I could have been better, I could have done few things better, and there are like I'm not only pointing out I'm the he's the, I mean the my ex or the anyone else the only person who has been like this, but underlying this there is something else driving all these things, right? Because that is what we have to look at, and that is where the key thing is. And I don't know how much of this information right now itself there is like slowly starting to feel there has been like a kind of a trigger started in I think so people are little worried in a way. The what I'm putting out there is like I don't know how many what is the impact of it now. People would really kind of recognize what is what and things like that, but at least I want to just save people's life, and I just want to make sure people are no more innocent with their innocent victims, and many are innocent victims, we'll say, from just an basic abuse to the full-fledged murder and things like that. Okay, so there is, so I'm just going to talk about few things which I don't know is sometimes this the way YouTube they how much they allow things like that and all, but it's not that. I just give you highlights and things, and let's see how the response is and what people think about it. And I don't know. I mean, I'll see how much of I'm just letting whatever comes in my mind, feel like talking and researching it. So let's get back into it. So part one, part two, I just explained you more about, like, I just trying to keep it a smaller video, because for me when I talk, I just keep talking, and I should have rather done a live. I think so. I've never done a live, so I'm not so much right now in a place to do some live or anything, and I'm just so tired. Actually, I've never had food for the last 2 days. Never had enough anything. I just had some biscuits, and then trying to manage and cope up after all the trauma. I had to go again, wondering once again. So just coming to that, yeah, this happened was like yeah, I told you about, like, I decided to quit my house at just because of my visa delay and things like that, and also yeah, no, sorry, I quit my job, and they immediately sent me, like, with notice period within no time, and then I'm like, okay, fine, and then the visa was still not getting any updates on the visa, and every time I used to ask my solicitors, every time I keep on asking, they'll be like, okay, no COVID, it's not open, no update, no update. Okay, I thought, okay, I was as long as I was working, and I was okay. But then the minute I stopped working, I suddenly saw my money is all going all over the place. Like, it's like quickly spent, like this one, that one, that one. And I'm seeing in no time I'm starting to borrow money from my father, and like, God, and then. I'm just thinking, how am I to manage this house? I was staying in a house apartment there, and it was a little costly in terms of staying for one person. I was on, and without a job, it is like nothing, right? So somehow I just managed a few months with some savings, and then I took some money from my dad, and just trying to manage it. But then it was, I was thinking by some time I will manage and get back into this business, and something I'll start, some basic income comes, not that I wanted and also I had other online jobs which I was like kind of figuring it out, and I was preparing all these things, okay, not that because groundwork has to be done, because I'm moving from one full work to a business, right, business level, and I was the only person who has to do that right now. I don't have anyone else, but because my ex comes and goes, but he used to keep an update. So he used to kind of things, and so he was kind of. So he knew that I was going through spiritual awakening, but for him, he was an atheist. Okay, so from his point of view, he doesn't give that much of attention to what's happening, but maybe he just sees like I'm a crazy guy or something. Okay, that is what I understood later on, that he looked at me like some what is he talking about kind of thing. So but I was keen to explain him what's going on. This is divine feminine, divine masculine, this and that. He didn't give a damn about it. Okay, so he just wanted to come for the fun and then go kind of thing. So I was doing my things. So the age gap was a little different also. Okay, I would say because of the age gap also that mattered a lot. Like he was in a very, he was in his 20s, 25, right? So he kind of was in the prime age of exploring and things. So I kind of understood, but then the kind of, no, there was no respect. Okay, there's no respect for you and all. It's like we have to figure out. You have to sometimes teach him what is that, I don't know, but there won't be like it is like you're equal. Everything else is equal or he is above. Like that is what the thought mostly would be. But for me, even though I'm elder than that, I always give respect for them, and especially when we are having anybody, I always give respect to, no matter whether elder or younger, and like you, and especially being a boyfriend and things like that, you end up like, okay, and he was English, I was South Asian, and we had a little bit of, I felt I put him in a pedestal already and things like that. And yeah, so this suddenly I told my landlord, and she was like, no. And then, as a rent was 1 or 2 times getting delayed, I was not able to pay her one time because the money didn't come through. I was just avoiding and trying to get 1 or 2 days later. Normally I pay it on a certain day, and this time it took 1 day out. She started like kind of starting to question, and then I kind of told her, explained her, because I was going through spiritual awakening and all these things, changes, new moon, full moon, that daily meditation, that, and I was like constantly doing something, and my body was weak, and night times couldn't sleep, daytime I'm sleeping a little while, and then it's just kind of, and also this relationship was going like that, and job I lost, and then I kind of couldn't pay the rent that much, and then I had to literally get some. I had other studies to do, so I was suddenly felt that I couldn't keep up with the Marisa Pierce that course. Also, I couldn't keep up with that. And then I thought of doing another course was there. This all was planned in such a way that I finished this, and there was one course which they said like after 3 months of joining you can pay the fees. So I was like kind of scheduled it in such a way that so my years I kind of kept up pay for 1 or 2, oh no, 6 months, 3 months or 4 months I had paid, and then by then I was completely out of that. I couldn't even do anything. I was so tired, and daytime sometimes I used to feel all over the body pain here, there, and exhausted for no reason. And then I used to go and go to the, like every day, go to the park to ground and re-energize and cleanse here and cleanse, and then come back, and night time the same thing. The entities or something. Sorry, I'm telling entities. Yes, the truth comes. So yeah, I was just, something comes up, or ghost or whatever. I don't know. I was like, something is creepy is coming, and in the morning I'll get tired by the time. And so I fed up. I then told her, okay, so my case finally is coming like this date, so I will see if it's there, and if not, the very next week I will leave. Okay, I quit the job, I will move to the house. Because she was starting to harass me. In a way, harass me means, what is this, you're paying, so what time you'll come? See, so many things, as if I've never paid rent till then. 5.5 years I've been paying on no problem at all. The minute this also started. So now, you should kind of equate who are all are there. The list of people I've been telling, you just need to add insert one by one, okay? Because how these are all people around me, so as I said that so there's my ex, then my cousin brother, cousin sister, then have like parents, my own sister, and okay, so that then we have my like office side, my manager, and my client managers, and my colleagues. Okay, so this setup is then in house. So we have my landlord on top. So added to that list. Okay, people whom I keep in touch, like all these people I interact with. So then at the same time, if you draw another like line, there should be the other side is all, I would say that gay community people. I would write in the community we meet, like whenever with my boyfriend. There are few friends who are just friends. Okay, and okay, when friends comes only I have to start. So there were like, if I say gay friends are like with whom I've not really had any physical thing, but just as a friends view there. There are 2, 3 of them of there. And then comes the next list, would be the next list of people whom I've met before meeting my ex. So I knew them, and after meeting my ex, there are there is a set of people he has met separately. Like there are a few set of people, and then like that. Then there is one known kind of a list, which is like, it's like a list, a never-ending list, I think so, or I don't know about that, but so pretty much all my friends list, everything is covered there. Okay, and this is full covered. This side, my relatives, everything. This is what my old structure in UK. And then okay, work covered. Then my real my childhood, like from friends from like few friends from India were there. So one like I would say only one close friend was there. So you can just add that friend also in that this side, that list on the whichever side you want to say, like on the left and right, like just So this we'll say it as a community, and this we'll say it as a this is all like other people interact, and my boyfriend then in the sim community, I would just first point. Suddenly, so I was trying to figure it out now and then when we play, we meet, and then I will see that there'll be some kind of a situation where he had met someone, Like there could be a body language which looks wrong, it's right, or sometimes they will meet because I would have invited, and they meet and they will go away. Okay, they will both. I mean, they will in turn go and cheat behind my back. There was things like that. So, so if in this in the gay community list, I would say would be like mix of all races. Okay, it's like not one race specifically. It's like mix of all races. So things were going so. Uh, so these are people I'm interacting and coming across. And who else? Anybody else is there? His family, I have no idea because he was staying with my thing. But I know who all are part of his family: his father, mother, and his brother, twin brother. Okay, I just told of it. But his brother. Okay, so they kind of nice, good family, and that's what I know. But I don't know anything more than that, because from my end I've told everything about what all these people do in my life, each one. Okay, in the list whatever I told, they're all their kind of, because he was my boyfriend at one point, so I used to share details about each one of them, like this one is my manager, he is good, this bad, and we'll have this problem. So as a general, so I used to tell a lot. But when it comes to his family, it will always, there was nothing much. And what I understood was they go for shopping. That is what I understood. And there used to be like a few photos he used to show that looks very like close knitted thing. And then he said that he was the atheist, and his parents were Gothic. Okay, I don't know what much about it to know, so I'm just telling you out there. This is what the information. This is the level I knew, but apart from that, from what I've seen, is they like it's like. A kind of very nice family actually, to see the two boys, and he's very handsome actually. My ex is he's kind of handsome, and his brother also, both of them, and his parents quite nice, decent, nice people, and they're working, both working. He said, and okay, pretty good family in terms of whatever. And then I was like, but only thing in the relationship again, the problem came because he was not telling my name to his parents. So I never been told about my existence to his parents at all. Okay, so that was quite hurting for me. I was thinking, why can't he tell as a friend, because he's been with me for 3 to 4 months at least in my house every single day, and then why not, kind of thing. But then he used to come up with the excuse that we are fighting, we may break up, we might do this, that, this, and all. I used to say, why? What is the point? Like, what is wrong with it? But his brother and his thing who started this relationship, same thing. They were all invited in all these things. Okay, so I kind of felt like already just kind of outcasted kind of thing. No, like I didn't want to meet them or something, but not force or anything. But then to say there's a person existing, I said, what if someone does anything to you because you're staying in a stranger's place, for example, from your parents' view, they don't know I exist. Why don't you tell them that there is a friend, just a friend whom I meet? What's wrong in that? Oh, no, he was avoiding, no, for telling me things. I said, then those are things which kind of, so this sort I knew about their parents. They regularly visit, once on time, now and then they visit and buy clothes, very, I mean, they kind of very fashionable in terms of wearing things, the clothing and things like that. So that was all good, kind of very posh in terms of their living standards and all. So I said, okay, great, and things like that. But so this side is all about, I said about the friends and all. In that, I would kind of start putting few people, like top one or two. I would be 3 to 4 guys would be close friends, supposed to be close friends and things like that. Then comes the next level, is like I've met those guys who are all like, each occasion I've met them in several different occasions. They have been there, and then the next list is like I've kind of only sometimes they kind of simply text me and things like that, and sometimes I talk to them and I never met them. And some people later on I got to know that kind of through my psychic abilities I knew that they have been meeting my ex and all, like kind of things. Okay, so you have list of people. This is like this. So these are the list of people. It's like whom I interact, and some directly, indirectly. Okay, so this is the full circle of people, And then okay, on top of that, I think that's about the people I interact. So work. So if you see like work, then it will be personal life, whatever, who's your friends, and then relationship wise, then your parents, then their parents, and then it's like, like if I just put a circle and just divide it, it will be all these areas. So in the community, all these things, and I think I covered the solicitor, and I think someone else is missing. I think so. I don't know. Okay, medical side, everything is fine. The side is fine. I think, yeah. So these people. So now if you, I hope you kind of got a picture of like at least a minimum of 20 people, around 20 people in the around, and plus is like a number. I don't know what number. Okay, so that is all indirectly I've not met kind of things, but they know about me and kind of things are that I don't know how many of them, but I kind of got to know. So yeah, wow, finally arrived at one place where. So this was all going on, and I thought, okay, going through the relationship and coming out of it, and we are healing. My dark night of the soul is over. Probably that is what finished. I'm okay in a state of my. Now I've come up. Now I have to. So every time I used to love him so much. Before meeting, it will be the best ever feeling. I'm going to meet him, and most of the time it will be me. Okay, and then he will only come. What to say, like love bomb you and go kind of thing situation it will be, and discard, yeah, exactly that word I wanted to use. The discard phase will be a little bit uh, nastier than the previous episode. Like that, it will go vary from one thing to other, but the abuse as such kind of reduced from initial days, and then kind of went to a point. It was like nothing much. We used to fight, but then things were a little bit. Previously, I used to get scared. The more I didn't go do work, I used to feel scared because sometimes you will be triggered, and anything you can do at that time. So, but then as I did my work and I was feeling a little more, and I could see that he was bit more calmer, and he was trying to listen. Sometimes listen to some of the truth which I would indirectly tell him. He will listen, but he'll not acknowledge that he has listened to or he understood it. Okay, so he was kind of getting into that place, but for him it is always alternate reality. Okay, so for this is what I said. So we for him it is never my side is not the truth. So I just kind of always had to put up the whole thing is like it's your side is your truth, my side is my truth. I'll stand by my side. I said I don't want to give up. I don't want to just take it as lies, but whatever I know is my truth. Okay, so because everything is through my psychic abilities or anything, I understood this is all going on. So I don't have a physical evidence. This has happened in like, yeah, I've taken a video of you flirting with that one, or going with this one. It's all like through my psychic abilities, or the through my intuition. I got information like right through. So that's how I correlate things, and I kind of then get some evidence for the evidence in sense how the body language of people work and things like that. So many things comes to me as a clarification. Okay, so now till then the relationship I was thinking, okay, yeah, this is what it is. Finally I've come up everything, and I'll set up the slowly start setting up the business. I'll do. And as I saw, see, basically I was looking into tarot readings, and I was a little bit into this tarot reading, or the what is happening next, whether I'm going through the right like ascension process, like whether I'm the right frequency, or am I doing something wrong, am I toxic in terms of anything I have to let go, or these kind of things. So I used to follow correctly, follow to a level best. Sometimes I feel like giving up, sometimes I just feel like, what the hell, oh God, what the hell am I doing? And I just kind of felt lonely in a not in a place where I felt like everybody's around. I was skeptical. I was like being very cautious in what I'm doing, right? Or because is this for real? Is it not real? God, am I talking to God or something else talking? I don't know. No. So you don't want to end up like talking to something else. So especially if it is like ghost and things, I've always had a little bit of fear from childhood. So I used to kind of feel, oh God, someone, if I have to talk to them, what is going to happen? Like I used to get scared. So I was like that kind of thing, approaching very cautiously. And then slowly I found out that okay, my intuition was okay, but because, and especially when he comes, it will trigger like anything. The intuition be on point, okay, and then but he will deny. He'll say what you're saying is wrong. You're crazy. Every time it will be the same blame for me. And then you initially I was like, oh maybe, oh yes, no. And then I look at the readers, they will say the same thing. They're saying someone is cheating, he's lying, he's stealing. Okay, then I'm like, oh wow, okay. Then I'm like, wow, then am I right? Because it's confusion, right? Like, where will you, if someone says no, it's wrong, you're crazy, means that then I have nobody else to talk to. Then only I did some other readings, then I saw my whatever I said was right, 100% right in their whatever readings I did. So I was okay, fine, okay, because these are things you should be careful about. I've always thought about it because, and also people are there, experts who have been there for years together. So I wasn't sure whether because you're predicting someone's life and future, you should always be responsible, right? Or what you're telling, rather you don't tell anything rather than telling something wrong and they choosing something, right? So I always kind of was hesitating, but just like the guidance that kept on coming is like you'll be an expert, you start doing it, it is one of your life purpose. And I was also very interested actually with tarot reading, especially seeing some of the readers. I was so fascinated. Like each phase, I was exposed to different tarot readers. Like as and when the information had to be revealed, my guides used to. I think so. They kind of just gave me a little exposure to different videos. And yeah, so at that point of time when I was only looking at the surface level of things, and I was thinking, okay, I went through this training, this is what I came out. So I was knowing information about what relationship issues and NPD, and all these things. I used to go through all the videos, and then I used to go through. Once I got to know the spiritual awakening, I was then going into what are spiritual awakening related videos, and then tarot readings, and then astrology, little bit. I was just kind of going in that path and trying to learn those videos, and so I started to establish. I was going to begin establishing my channel and whatever, like business basically. So I was kind of keen. So I know, like I could like there were so many ideas coming through for me because that's how you once you become spiritually awakened and things, you get directly inputs and things from because the chakras, everything is aligned and you're kind of working on it. So you get different ideas and you will get the courage to kind of do this because you're getting support and things and guidance. So yes, I wouldn't say I was perfect in everything. I was learning like a kid here and there. What is this? What is this? I'm like thinking, I'm so supposed to be so old soul. I'm not able to remember. I don't know. I'm thinking, where is the old soul? Like, I'm just thinking maybe there is something which like I really didn't. To be honest, I knew whatever I knew from the time I was born. Before that, I don't know where the old soul had some information which I thought maybe something is coming. I don't know about that. Yeah, maybe later on it came for you useful when it all started. So I in the January by November, December, my solicitor started my landlord started, then my solicitor started afterwards. She's like again postpone the case, and then this one. I'm like, oh God, this is 2020 also gone. Like I didn't start anything. Okay, like I'm thinking. Almost end of 2019, I don't know, 2000, I don't know, 2020 beginning or something itself. I thought like things will slowly, I can start working and things like that. But then it's going on to the 20, the visa has not come, and the date is still getting postponed. Like for a few months, there was no update. Later on, one day, one time came that too. She said she was not going to be there, and then she told we'll postpone this. And you think that time I had no job, so I had to. But it was the case of the problem was she was telling me that okay, see this is exactly this she said was see it's got date have come because every time I ask her there won't be any update. They'll say COVID and they're not code. Okay, I thought the minute suddenly she'll say update one day, she'll say update is there, and then she says this date we have to go for it. Okay, then I was like ready to fine, at least we got this, we will make it. Then she'll say I'm not there on that date. So then if I say okay, maybe I can go alone because I was a little desperate. Like I wanted to see what the hell is it. If they're going to give visa, let them give. If not, I wanted to go easy. So I was not by then I was not so much wanting visa because my business anywhere you can go start in India. Also I was not planning. And no, she said, you think twice, and if I'm not there, it'll be difficult for you to talk something, then she kind of made me feel like insecure. Like, okay, I thought, okay, anyways, this far I've come, let me not just say no to her. Then I said, okay, postpone, and then into February again, there was some other thing happened during that time, and it went to March, no, April 2000, April 7, 2021 was the date finally. So like months by months, and so my father whatever savings, how much he kind of gave me that whatever. And then my brother, in this, so during the October November as well, when I am billing, I'm just kind of slowly getting into a money crunch. Okay, so July, August, September, October, it started like becoming a little difficult. So I was managing and getting some loans and things, and October, November, December. I'm seeing that my brothers. So what happens? Now landlord started a problem. My solicitor started the problem, and it's around that time period from July when I started quitting. So then my office kind of just went off like that without anything they gave me, and then oh, now only I'm thinking, what about I don't know about my HR and stuff, like what happened to her. She might be in the list. Who knows about that? I'll tell you why they are all in the list. But HR, I didn't know. I didn't even think about my HR is there, because she only told you can only 1 week you have to go and all. So I don't know about my HR. Should be put in the list or not? But she just keep it. So and then I'm thinking, okay. Then like office, she starts saying, no, you have to quit. You have to do this. So I quit, and then slowly I'm seeing all my friends group, all like whoever we met during in between we meet, kind of always come and tell lies to me. I could sense they're lying to me. I would say, you met him, right? Oh, no, they will not tell the truth at all. I was thinking, why these guys are like that, and I'm slowly starting to see that everybody is like, nobody is telling anything in front of him. He's like they are always no. Nobody wants to talk the truth. Okay, if I would have tried so many different ways possible to get to know that this fellow has met anybody apart from me, because he always maintained that. But through psychic thing and all, I know that he's met everyone or he's meeting, and then that's where. But I wouldn't have evidence. Okay, and when I was in this app, when he was not with me, and I used to go in the app because I was so only thinking about him. Oh, there was nothing else I could think about. Like I was like, oh, what this is about? Like, do we love so much someone like that we can't even get over him? Is this some kind of bonding? And they were like, I think so. YouTube channel also was another junk one, and now only I understand. Okay, that was like. I was watching so many videos, and you kind of directed you feel like you're watching some kind of videos to think, and you were made to think. Okay, that uh, I didn't know. Sometimes some things will come out right now. Only the realization of it. So look, so I was telling you, I was going in circle. So it just like spiral. It's the same thing. I'll go back and try it. So if I go. It like 20, 30 times it would happened. At least been 20 times. At least I think so. Then I used to see others videos. They say, what you, there will be a thought like maybe we should help him out. What is going on? So I kind of started kind of making sense of it. Okay, he's been cheating. He's doing all this. Now this relationship is no more there, and I worked and I got to a point where okay, and then these issues start creeping up. Okay, and I was already, my parents and all are like kind of worried, asking me, is there anything you're working on? How are you managing this one? So I'm like, mm, there's nobody, no, there's no one, nobody to kind of give me support or anything. Only thing, the money wise, they have helped us. But then suddenly the landlord started asking, telling me, okay, you have to leave. So my court case got postponed, and then I had to literally. And then my brother started asking, I need the money back, okay, because he invested before that. So he started asking me. Never before that, he never asked me any money. Like he used to give money. We used to like back and forth. We used to give. I used to give him. He used to give me whenever we need anything urgent. Until then, he was quite. I will not tell anything much details about them. But then he was. They were both working and having enough amount like to in UK. Okay, so. I'm like suddenly thinking he's saying I want the money for my things and all. I have to repay and all. I was like first time I said this point of time, like the last thing you want is to your brother to come through. When I asked him, he said when you want you can settle. It's not a. I'm like suddenly feeling the pressure of like okay. I was like trying to avoid that discussion because I never knew how to handle these kind of situations without because without money being in debt and running. I've never thought in life I would be like that. Just like suddenly becoming scary, and then I'm trying my best. Okay, something should click, right? Because in my videos they were saying you're going to be like this is going to work out, everything. And but what I'm seeing is that I'm just doing the same old things. I'm just trying to do video, this one, and the video is not going enough views for there, like few years. Then I'm just by like as I said. Kind of these financial issues were creeping slowly, and then I started getting more and more kind of very sick or like feeling tired and sleeping, and the new moon things come. I was thinking all these things are what is this all happening at the same time? So I just kept quiet. I was like just pushing through, okay, and then um, sometimes it'll be like headaches, so much things. I don't know what to do. Also, and yeah, at one point when I had to quit the house, I didn't find another house. Okay, so what happens? And I was thinking maybe, and like it was like pretty much I couldn't find any house, and I'm thinking should I, because I was planning to travel back to India. So then. But I'm thinking if I can get temporarily some friend to go and stay with some friend, it'll work out or something. And that's when I couldn't do anything because I'm tired. I'm not able to make any decisions. I'm stuck. I'm thinking, what am I doing? Where am I? And the house things are there. I just packed up and then decided, okay, some of them I'll put in a storage. And I wish I had one friend, because by then all the friends have shut down. Like pretty much, if I talk to anybody, they'll all would have all by then. I had a idea that it was I would again say it is my side of the truth, or let it be like that. So I used to think that they've met before, okay, like that kind of thing. So but then everybody keeps on telling lies. So that's what I felt. So I just kind of started cutting people, okay, just blocking them and ignoring everybody, and started. So only person I used to meet was him. Like once in a while, he'll sometimes so bored after months later on. I previously the frequency started like reducing, and I used to never meet anybody else. I never, because I was more into learning this. I started feeling comfortable with myself and doing, not needing anything, and was feeling happy. But then overcoming this, and I was thinking somewhere there should be some break or something. Why is it now? I went through the dark night of the soul, and no, and then suddenly this house he comes through. Okay, so he comes that weekend. Suddenly, I don't know what he does, but I knew he was. By then, what happened? He knew with the dealer and all. He has connections, but he'll say he denies everything. Okay, with the dealer, he's like on a dealer boys. He's one of the dealer boys. Because they are so many things. Okay, so they all know, but when I asked, everybody will act. One was acting. And I'm thinking, how is this possible? It's like, oh, okay, one person can control, say, okay, don't tell this to the one. Every time it was the same thing, and I'm thinking, oh God, not even one person telling, why am I thinking like this? Why am I thinking like this? Like crazy. Or am I crazy one? What to do? But then I kind of kept my sanity and just kept, okay, so let's see. No mind, never mind. Everybody will tell, like we'll keep going. I was trusting God and the guidance I was getting, and especially the tarot readings, which they do always say, oh, he's been cheating, he's been lying to you. This is what happening. Whatever your orientation is correct. So they kind of gave me a assurance that I'm not like going crazy. If not, by now I would have been put in a mental asylum long back itself. The amount of the mental abuse that they've put me through is okay. So now my brother is asking, and then I didn't tell most of them about these plans going on, because everybody was against spirituality. Everybody in this full list of people, hardly one or two may kind of understand something concept of what I'm going through. Everybody looked at me like crazy, and then Some felt good, and I felt good when I talk like freely. I was talking, I was very quiet guy, but then when I talk about spirituality and things, I felt very comfortable talking and things, and people used to listen, so I felt very nice and thing. And after a point, see the manifestation and things, I was working on so much on myself to make sure that I kind of do the right things, manifest in the energy level. Adam, see, what is her name, Abraham Hicks, her videos I used to watch, so many things I used to day and night work on myself, from because I'm reaching my age. I'm going to be 40 years soon. Okay, so in a couple of July, oh, so in 2 months I'll be 40 years. Okay, so I kind of felt, okay, something. So just in this age also, I was just in this, not too much, but I'm just saying that I was curious to learn this one. I just kind of felt more and more, and as we are ascending, we felt more and more kind of privileged in a way to be like doing some things which is different from normal what we are doing, but at the same time it's very tough in a way to be like going through all these things which are going through and nothing working for you. And I went to so it was going on. So what happened, yeah, yeah, so and in the month of uh, December, sometimes only December 2020, I think so. Kind of at one point I was so low, I kind of didn't have money. I didn't have. I went to a point pretty much where I see, I used to get money for paying rent only. I could pay the rent. I was falling short of bills for all the bills I was falling short of. Okay, I couldn't pay phone bill, couldn't pay my this bill. Everything was going off, and I'm tired. I don't know what to do. I just trying my best to do a video and just okay, let's do and see something might click and think. I just kind of going down and down, and I reached a point where I was like literally there were at one point I had no food in the house. There was no nothing because I had no, not even 1 pound was there. Okay, I don't know how to tell this out also because there was, I don't know, sometimes very difficult for me to ask help. It was one of the things that I had to work on. If I ask help means if I, because till now I help people. I've given so much in the sense like whatever possible I've given to level best, but it's not that I'm not. I mean, always been giving. Sometimes I never give up, but then it's like I was feeling. I always felt like if I go to anybody's place, I shouldn't bother them. I always take care of myself to not to bother anybody. So that was the kind of from childhood I used to be there. Wherever I go, I have to participate in something that makes good. So I'm going staying some place. I do some work with them or do something to make me feel like okay, I deserve that stay or something like that. You understood? No, so always I think. And I would I kind of felt like afterwards that few days I'm trying to see if I could, money is not coming because there's no incoming thing also. And so I was having see that time what happens, the this so much of energy is lost. So what I was doing was I was compensating with some chems which you use, so it gives you little energy because I was so drained I cannot even stand. So if I just have that only, I was able to at least stand because that much energy was drained and body is aching, everything. And I just felt like okay, just to stand up and talk also, I needed that kind of a thing because I was thinking maybe something changes are going on. What is that? And okay, then at one point came to a point where I kind of just couldn't have anything. No money was not there. No, there was absolutely zero money. And then whenever he comes and when we play, then he started like in my legs. There were like two cuts, like in my leg and the toe. Nail there, but suddenly cut a crack open because it was like a dryness or something. Suddenly opened a slit, and I didn't know. I thought maybe oh, is it like things were dry or something? So I just kept it. Okay, I need to kind of start in another video. I think it's 44 minutes. Okay, so let me start another video and then I will continue this. And thanks for watching. And please do watch it. No mind. I hope my experiences things like that. I just wanted to put as much details as possible so that you understand where we come, how things can work, how how you can be put in different situations and why you go through that, and we'll get into that. Okay, so not that I'm just going to say, oh, what happened after that, we'll see. So please do watch the next video, and do share these videos, because it's one of the important things we all need to know, many of the things which are upcoming. And please, let's not have this repeat show of what has happened in my life. You learn from my experience to your level best, and so that you are alert and very careful wherever you're going. I mean, whomever you're dealing with, and things now you have to learn in different perspectives. So I hope this would be helpful for a few people at least, and I think I'll be very happy with that. So see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.